I was closing the studio when my phone rang. Mia, Ethan said. His voice was flat and far. I can't do this. My chest went cold. Do what? Be what you need. I thought I could, but I'm still living with a ghost. It is not fair. To you. Come here, I said. Say this to my face. He was quiet. I can't, he said. The line went dead. I sat on the floor. Harper arrived 20 minutes later with ice cream and fierce eyes. I cried into her sweater. You can't fix his grief, she said. You can only leave the porch light on. I left the light on. I hated the dark. December was busy. Weddings, office parties, winter flowers. I made wreaths until my fingers ached. I listened to soft music and tried to sleep at normal hours. I did not text Ethan. He did not text me. Then the storm came. I was delivering flowers to a hotel for a holiday party. Snow fell hard. The power flickered and died. The elevator stopped. Someone shouted, "There are people stuck." One elevator had an older couple. The other had a pregnant woman and her partner. The building staff tried to help, but nothing worked. The woman cried out. Her contractions were close. I took a risk. I called Ethan. He picked up on the first ring. Mia, I'm at the Delmonico on 54th. I said fast. Elevators are stuck. A pregnant woman is inside. She is in pain. I know you are off. I am sorry. I didn't know who else to call. I'm coming, he said. Stay with her. Ask about timing. Keep her calm. He ran through the snow with the blue umbrella. He took control in minutes. He talked to the woman through the door. He coached her breathing. He directed the engineer. He turned panic into a plan. The elevator moved a little. Not much. Not enough. The baby was coming anyway. We're doing this here, he said. Mia, gloves from the kit. You stay with me. I'm with you, I said. The baby arrived. The cry was strong. The mother laughed and cried at the same time. The father shook and said thank you 100 times. I cut the cord with steady hands. I will never forget that sound, that first cry in a cold, bright hallway. After, Ethan and I stood in the loading bay. Snow blew around our feet. His hair was wet. His eyes were bright and tired. You called me, he said. I trust you. I said. He took my hand. I am still scared, he said. So am I said. But fear does not get the whole story. We did not kiss. We just stood there with our hands together while the snow kept falling. January was quiet. Ethan started bringing coffee again. Not every day. Enough. We did small things together. We cooked chili. We finished crosswords. We took short runs in the cold and pretended we liked it. One night, he said, I have not written to Ava in a while. Do you want to? I asked. No, he said. I talk to you now. We watched a movie and fell asleep on the couch. In the morning, he fixed my wobbly shelf. I made him pancakes. We did not call it anything. It did not need a label. To be real, in February, I won a big job, a museum gala. I needed help. Ethan showed up at a M with breakfast burritos and a toolbox. Tell me where to be, he said. We built a forest inside a glass hall. Branches reached high. Lights looked like stars. People walked in and gasped. For one night, a hard city felt soft after the event. We sat behind a curtain and ate leftover cake. I want the kind of life where rooms feel safer when I enter, he said. You already do that, I said. He looked at me. His voice was quiet but steady. I want to try forever with you. Not perfect forever. Real forever. The kind where we fight and fix it. The kind where we keep choosing. My eyes filled. Yes, I said. Let's try. We kissed. I tasted sugar and relief. In March, Ethan's mom visited from Minnesota. She was small and warm. She hugged me like she meant it. He told me you make the city bloom, she said. We drank tea in my kitchen while Ethan napped after a night shift. He was a careful child, she said. He built forts with many exits. After Ava, he built a bunker. Thank you for opening a window. I didn't do it alone, I said. No one does, she said. Take turns being the brave one. We promised we would. Spring came late. One night, Ethan did not answer my texts. At 3 a.m., a new message arrived. Captain Ruiz Edney. Ethan Parker listed you as emergency contact. He is okay. Minor concussion. We are keeping him for the night. I grabbed a coat and ran to the hospital. He was awake, annoyed, and beautiful. In a hospital gown. A driver had hit him at a scene. He joked, "You should see the car." I cried and laughed and held his hand. T home. He rested in my bed with ice on his head. "I am not fragile," he said. "You are precious," I said. "That is different," he smiled. "I told Ruiz to list you as my contact months ago," he said. "I forgot to tell you. Surprise accepted," I said. "Ethan, are you awake? My head is loud. Me. I'm here. Want me to read to you?" Ethan. "Yes, read me something about flowers. Me. Peonies open when they are ready. No sooner, Ethan. Like me. Me. Like you, Ethan. Like us, by summer, I wanted to grow green light. I dreamed of a space next door. A small cafe and workshop area where people could sit with flowers, drink coffee, and breathe," I told Ethan. "It is scary," I said. "It is a big risk. Let's be scared together," he said. He helped me paint. He built shelves. He taught simple first aid classes in the back room. We named the new space Liminal because it felt like a doorway. The grand opening was small but bright. People came in for coffee and left with single stems. An older man bought one yellow tulip every Friday. A teenage girl came after school to draw roses. A nurse left thank you notes on our tip jar. Sometimes I looked up and saw Ethan fixing a chair or refilling water or showing someone how to use a bandage. My heart felt steady then. Not every day was easy. One night, we argued about dishes and time and old fears. "You shut down when you are scared," I said. "You tell me what to feel," he said. We went quiet. We both breathed. "I am sorry," I said first. I was trying to control the hurt before it arrived. "I am sorry," he said. I was trying to run before anything chased me. We cleaned the kitchen together. We held each other by the sink. We promised to speak sooner and softer next time. On the anniversary of the wrong number night, we walked to Delancey. It rained a little, like the sky remembered. Ethan gave me a small box. Inside was a key on a chain. "To my place," he said. "Or I can use it for yours. Or both. I just want a life where the porch light is always on." I put the chain around my neck. I gave him an envelope. Inside was a lease application for the empty space we had turned into Liminal. "I want to sign it," I said. "With you standing next to me." He laughed. "Let's do it, also," he said, and his voice shook. "Marry me someday. Not now if now is scary. But someday, yes?" "Yes," I said. "Someday is good. Today is good. You and me are good." We kissed under the blue umbrella. The city moved around us and we did not mind. Our life was not a movie. It was better. It was small days that added up. We woke early. We took turns making coffee. We watered plants. We checked the weather. We planned menus for Liminal simple toast, good jam, strong coffee. We forgot to buy milk. We laughed. We argued about how to load the dishwasher. We learned each other's quiet signals. We texted home when we missed each other. Sometimes he was late because of a call. Sometimes I was late because roses came late from the market. We said, "I'm sorry. I'm on my way." We meant it. Harper dated a kind teacher. My sister's twins learned to skate. My mom sent soup in plastic containers. Ethan's mom mailed cookies and tins with his name written inside the lid. One Saturday, we adopted a dog from a shelter. She had big ears and bigger eyes. We named her Scout. She loved socks and hated thunder. During storms, we held her between us and used the blue umbrella inside the living room like a joke that worked every time. In late fall, sirens woke me at night. I checked my phone. No messages. I waited. The clock moved slowly. At 5 a.m., Ethan walked in, tired but safe. I put coffee in his hands. "Bad night?" I asked. "Hard," he said. He looked at me. "But I kept thinking of our porch light. We left it on," I said. He nodded. "Thank you for leaving it on. We sat on the fire escape with blankets and watched the city turn from gray to gold. We said nothing. It was enough. Dear future us, remember the blue umbrella. Remember the elevator. Baby, remember the small days. When it feels hard, make soup. Take a walk. Hold hands. Say sorry first. Choose each other again. Love, Mia at Liminal. I started a weekly class called Flowers for Tough Weeks. People came with tired faces. We made simple bouquets. We talked about work and families and fear. We wrapped the flowers in brown paper and tied them with string. People smiled when they left. Sometimes they cried first. It was okay. Ethan started a class called First Aid for Real Life. He taught people how to help in small emergencies. Burns, cuts, choking. He spoke slowly. He showed each step. He said, "You can be scared and still be useful." People wrote that down. We looked at each other across the room and felt proud. We visited Ethan's hometown. It was cold and wide. The sky felt big. His mom made soup. We walked by the lake and he told me stories about being a kid with a red bike and a brave sister. We visited Ava's grave. He held my hand. I used to think coming here meant I was leaving you. He said, "It doesn't," I said. "We can hold more than one truth." He nodded. We stood in quiet. Snow fell. I squeezed his hand. He squeezed back. I met him on the night I sent a breakup text to the wrong number. It was raining in New York. The rain was strong and cold. Streetlights made long yellow lines on the wet road. I stood there with my phone in my hand. My heart felt heavy and tired. I typed a message to my boyfriend Cole. "We're done, Cole. I can't do this anymore. I need to choose myself now." I pressed send. My hands shook. I took a breath. Then my phone buzzed. Unknown. Wrong number. But, "Are you okay?" I stared at the screen. Great. I sent my big brave message to a stranger. I wanted to crawl into the sidewalk. Another message came. Unknown. "I'm 2 blocks from Delancey. Blue umbrella. I can walk you home if you want." No pressure. I should have said no. My mom always said, "Don't trust strangers at night," but the rain was hard. My body felt cold. My eyes were hot from crying. I typed back, "Me, okay, I'm near the deli." With the red sign, he came fast. The blue umbrella was bright in the dark. He was tall, with kind eyes. He stayed one step back. "Are you Mia?" he asked. "Yes," I said. "Thank you for coming. I didn't mean to text you. It happens," he said softly. "Let me walk you home. You can talk if you want, or stay quiet. Both are fine." We walked side by side, sharing the umbrella. The city sounded like water and tires. He did not push me to speak. He did not ask questions. He was calm. I felt safe. At my door, I looked at him. "Thank you," I said. He nodded. "You get to choose what happens next," he said. "Good night." He left. I watched the blue umbrella move away like a small boat in the rain. I went upstairs and cried, but my tears were softer now. In the morning, I woke up with puffy eyes and a headache. I made tea. I looked at my phone. I had one new message. Unknown. "I hope you're okay. Blue umbrella guy." Ithani smiled a little. I typed, "Me. Thank you for last night. You were kind, Ethan. Want coffee today?" No pressure. Public place. My treat. I hesitated. Then I said yes. I chose a cafe I love called Marigold. It smells like warm bread and vanilla. I sat by the window and waited. When the door opened, he walked in. He shook off his umbrella and looked around until he saw me. He smiled, not wide, just gentle. "Hi," he said. "Hi," I said. We ordered coffee and a croissant. We talked. I told him I own a small flower studio in Brooklyn named Greenlight. I do weddings and events. He told me he is a paramedic. He works long nights. He drinks a lot of coffee. He tries to sleep in the day, but the city is loud. Paramedic. I said, "That is hard." "It is good work," he said. "Some nights are heavy, but helping people makes it worth it." I noticed how he listened. When I spoke, he looked at me, not at his phone, not at the door. He asked simple questions. He waited for my answers. It felt rare. When we finished, he drew a tiny umbrella on a napkin and wrote his number under it, for real emergencies. He said, "What is an emergency?" I asked, out of coffee, out of courage, or rain, he said with a small smile. I laughed. It felt new, like a window opening after a long winter. My flower studio, Greenlight, is on the 3rd floor of an old building. The stairs are steep. The windows are big. The room smells like soil and leaves and hope. Buckets sit in rows. Tools hang on the wall. There is always music. My best friend, Harper, walked in with 2 cinnamon rolls. She looked at my face and knew everything. "Tell me," she said. I told her about the wrong number, the umbrella, the coffee. She raised her eyebrows. "Is he a serial killer?" she asked. "He is a paramedic," I said. "Even serial killers need health care," she said, but she was smiling. "Okay, be careful, be happy, text me your location." I laughed and hugged her. Then I went to work. Flowers like to be touched. They like clean water. They like gentle hands. I made a bridal sample with white ranunculus and eucalyptus. I thought about Ethan's calm voice. At noon, my phone buzzed. "Ethan, if you ever need help lifting heavy buckets, I'm strong and cheap. Payment, 1 sandwich. Me deal. Saturday, big wedding install. Bring your arms, Ethan." "I will bring both." I smiled at the screen. I told the roses I had help now. The roses did not care, but I felt better anyway. On Saturday, Ethan met me at the studio at 6 in the morning. He wore a gray hoodie and brought bagels. We loaded the van with ladders, vases, and too many greens. We drove north to a barn wedding. He carried heavy boxes like they were light. He asked, "Where do you want this?" He did not guess. He waited for my plan. We built a big green arch for the ceremony. I showed him how to use wire and zip ties. He learned fast. The wind picked up in the afternoon. The arch started to sway. "Hold it," I said. He stepped under it and used his shoulders to keep it steady while I added sandbags. "Ready?" he asked. "On 3, I said. 1, 2, 3, we let go. It stood. We laughed and high-fived like kids. The bride walked in later and cried when she saw it. Ethan stood in the back during the ceremony. I watched him watch the vows. His face was soft and far away at the same time. On the drive home, the radio played old love songs. He was quiet. "Long shift?" I asked. "Long week," he said. He looked out the window. "Sometimes the calls stay in my head. You can tell me," I said. "Not today," he said gently. "But thank you." We drove in silence. It was not empty. It felt like a long, slow breath. Harper made a rule for me after my last breakup. She called it the 30-day rule. "No labels for 30 days," she said. "No big promises. Just tell the truth for 1 day at a time." I told Ethan about the rule. He listened and nodded. "That sounds kind," he said. "Let's try it." So we did. For 30 days, we did not call each other boyfriend or girlfriend. We did not plan the future. We noticed the present. We sent photos of small things. He sent a picture of a paper crane a kid left in his ambulance. I sent a picture of a stubborn peony that finally opened. He told me when he was tired. I told him when I was scared. On day 11, we kissed on my fire escape. The city lights were bright. The air was cool. His kiss was gentle and patient. My hands shook a little. I did not want to rush. He did not either. On day 19, my past knocked on my door. Cole waited outside my studio. He leaned on the brick wall like a scene from a music video. He had perfect hair and a smile that used to make me forget things. "Can we talk?" he asked. "We already did," I said. "We are over. You sent the breakup to a stranger first," he said. "That was cruel. It was a mistake," I said. "But this is not. You always want to save someone," he said. "It makes you feel needed." I took a breath. His words hurt because they were a little true, but they were not the whole truth. "I don't want to save anyone," I said. "I want to build something. Goodbye, Cole." I went inside and locked the door. My hands shook. I cried for 5 minutes. Then I washed my face and went back to work. Flowers need care even when your heart hurts. That night, I did not tell Ethan about Cole. Not yet. I wanted to tell him. In person, not by text. A week later, I was in Ethan's kitchen, standing on a chair to look for a corkscrew on top of the fridge. A showbox fell. Letters slid out. The first line of one letter caught my eye. Dear Ava, I froze. Ethan walked in. His face changed. He picked up the letters with careful hands. He sat down on the floor. Ava was my fiancée, he said. 2 years ago, there was an accident. She didn't make it. He looked at the box. I write letters when I can't sleep. I don't send them. I just write. It helps me breathe. I sat next to him. You don't need to hide this from me, I said. I want to know you. All of you, he nodded. His eyes were wet, but he did not cry. I held his hand. We put the letters back in the box and placed it on a lower shelf. We made tea. We sat in silence. It was a warm silence. I invited Ethan to my sister Liv's house for Thanksgiving. The house was loud and full of food. The twins ran in circles. My mom asked Ethan 100 questions. He was patient. After dinner, my nephew Max started coughing. At first, it was small. Then it turned sharp and scary. His face turned red. He could not breathe. Everyone froze. Ethan did not. He moved fast and calm. Liv, stand behind him, he said. Hands here. Gentle pressure. 1 to good. A piece of walnut flew out. Max cried. We all did. Ethan smiled at him and gave him water. You are brave, he said. Very brave. My mom watched Ethan with tears in her eyes. Later, in the hallway, I found him leaning against the wall, breathing slow. Are you okay? I asked. I am, he said. Sometimes after a call, my body shakes a little. It passes. I touched his arm. Thank you for saving Max, I said. You don't have to thank me, he said. It's my job. I am thanking you for being here, I said. We drove home in quiet. I felt something new growing in my chest. Not just love, respect. On day 30 of our rule, we stood on my fire escape again. The city hummed below us. The night air was soft. I want you, I said. Not a dream of you. You today. He looked at me with honest eyes. I want you, he said. But I am afraid of my fear. We can be afraid together, I said. We can still choose each other. We kissed. It felt like a promise. I slept well that night. The next day, fear tried to win. Every love story has a day when it almost breaks. Ours was in spring. We were both tired. The shop was busy. He had back-to-back night shifts. I forgot an important delivery. He missed a dinner with my family. We snapped at each other. Words landed hard. We both cried alone in different rooms. Scout hid under the table. I walked to the fire escape and took 10 slow breaths. I went back in. I don't want to win this, I said. I want us. I don't want to run, he said. I want us. We sat on the floor and made a plan. We wrote it on paper. We agreed on a few rules. Sleep before big talks. Hug before we leave the house. Ask, do you want comfort or a solution? Eat real food. Keep the porch light on. It helped. Sometimes I touch the key on my necklace when I'm worried. It reminds me I am not alone. One night, I found Ethan holding his dog tag from work in the same way. What does it remind you of? I asked. That I am useful and loved, he said. Both, we smiled. We were learning the same language. We did not plan a big wedding yet. We planned small yeses. Yes to Sunday mornings with pancakes. Yes to calling his mom on Tuesdays. Yes to closing liminal early once a month to give free flowers to the nurses at the hospital. Yes to rest. Yes to therapy together. And apart because love is strong and help makes it stronger. A year after the elevator baby, the family came to liminal. They brought cake. The baby toddled between tables. We took a photo together. The mother held my hand and said, "You helped bring my daughter into the world." I held a hand, I said. "That is help," she said. I looked at Ethan. His eyes were bright. We still keep the blue umbrella by the door. When it rains, We use it even if we have others. It is a memory and a promise. Sometimes we walk with it even when it does not rain. People smile. We smile back. We remember the night when a stranger became a friend, then a love, then a home. On a quiet Sunday, I sent a grocery list to the wrong thread again. The first thread, the original one. Me. Do we need pasta or just audacity? Unknown. Audacity. Always, I laughed. Scout barked like she agreed. Ethan walked in with lemons and hugged me from behind. Wrong number? He asked. The best wrong number, I said. We stood in our small kitchen in our small life that felt big inside our chests. The porch light was on, even in the day. The key was warm against my skin. The blue umbrella leaned by the door. Flowers opened in clean water. The city was loud and kind. I thought my story ended the night I sent that text. It did not end. It began, and every day, we choose to keep writing it slow, simple, brave. Mia.